Happy story time! Braden in Paradise. Once upon a time, there lived a boy named Braden. He loved colors and imagination more than anything else in the world. Every night, before he went to sleep, he would visit a magical place in his dreams. As Braden nestled in his soft, warm bed, the moonlight peeked through his curtains, creating a magical glow. His walls were covered in beautiful paintings of a world filled with adventure. The painting closest to his bed was of a magnificent forest, where animals danced and trees whispered secrets. As Braden closed his eyes, his imagination took him into the painting. He found himself standing amidst giant trees, their leaves glowing in every color imaginable. Braden could hear the bubbly chirping of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves. A playful squirrel hopped onto Braden's shoulder and whispered, "Follow me." Braden giggled and followed the squirrel's tiny footsteps. They journeyed through the forest, meeting friendly creatures along the way. They met a wise owl, a cute bunny, and even a chatty fox. As they explored, Braden's eyes widened with wonder. Everything around him seemed like a dream come true. Flowers bloomed with vibrant hues, and a sparkling river flowed gracefully through the woods. After a thrilling adventure, the squirrel led Braden back to the painting with a little wink. The squirrel scampered away, leaving Braden feeling grateful for the magical experience. Back in his cozy bed, Braden snuggled under his soft blanket, feeling the warmth and comfort. He smiled as his eyes grew heavy and drifted into a peaceful sleep, dreaming of new adventures to come. Good night, Braden. Good night, magical dreams.
Harper's Rainy Night. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Harper. Harper loved rainy days. The pitter-patter of raindrops on her window made her feel cozy and happy. One rainy evening, as Harper curled up under her soft blanket, she gazed out of the window. The raindrops were like tiny dancers, twirling and tapping on the glass. She imagined they were inviting her to a magical adventure. Harper jumped out of bed, put on her favorite raincoat, and grabbed her umbrella. With a big smile on her face, she tiptoed outside into the rain. The raindrops tickled her nose, and the misty air felt refreshing. In the enchanted rain, Harper spotted a shimmering rainbow path, leading her into a mysterious forest. She followed it with excitement, her umbrella held high like a magical wand. As she ventured deeper into the forest, she discovered a secret waterfall, glistening like diamonds under the gray sky. The sound of the cascading water soothed her as she sat on a mossy rock, feeling peaceful and calm. But the rain had another surprise for Harper. As she closed her eyes, she felt herself being lifted gently into the air. She was flying on a cloud, soaring above the trees and through dazzling rainbows. The raindrops whispered in her ears, telling her stories of faraway lands and magical creatures. With a soft sigh, Harper drifted back down to her cozy bed, the rain still tapping on her window. She snuggled deeper under her blanket, feeling as if she had traveled to a world of dreams. As her eyes grew heavy, Harper whispered, "Thank you, rainy day, for taking me on a magical adventure. Good night, raindrops. Good night, magical forest. Good night, rainbow path." And with a smile on her face, she drifted into a deep and peaceful sleep. The end.
Mason's Sweet Story. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Mason. Mason loved bedtime because that's when his dreams would take him on exciting adventures. One night, as he drifted off to sleep, he found himself in a magical dreamland. In this dream, Mason found himself surrounded by fluffy cotton candy clouds that shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. He bounced from one cloud to another, feeling as light as a feather. The air was filled with a sweet aroma that tickled his nose and made him giggle. As Mason explored, he uncovered a sparkling river made of liquid chocolate. It flowed gently, and he dipped his finger in, tasting the deliciousness. It was the yummiest chocolate he had ever tasted, and he couldn't help but have another lick. On his adventure, Mason met talking animals like a cute panda. They danced and sang together, creating a magical melody that echoed through the dreamland. As the night sky twinkled above him, Mason discovered a castle made entirely of candy. Its walls were made of gummy bears, the windows were chocolate bars, and the roof was covered in colorful lollipops. Mason couldn't resist taking a bite of the chewy walls with its sugary sweetness. After his grand exploration, Mason curled up on a cloud, feeling cozy and content. He drifted off to sleep, knowing that his dream had taken him to the most extraordinary places, where he met talking animals, tasted chocolate rivers, and even visited candy castles. So, little ones, close your eyes, drift off to sleep, and let your imagination soar. Good night, sweet dreams.
Juniper's Dreamy Adventure. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Juniper who had a cozy bedroom filled with fun toys and magical books. It was her favorite place to be, especially when it was time to go to bed. As the moon peeked through her bedroom window, Juniper climbed into her soft, comfy bed. She snuggled under the covers, feeling warm and safe. The room was quiet and her favorite stuffed animals were all tucked in beside her. Juniper closed her eyes and imagined she was floating among the stars. She traveled through a magical sky filled with twinkling lights. Each star had a different color and shape, just like the toys in her room. The moon whispered a lullaby, and Juniper listened carefully. Its gentle melody filled the room, bringing a sense of peace and calmness. The stars twinkled in time with the music, creating a beautiful light show just for her. As Juniper drifted off to sleep, she saw fluffy clouds forming shapes above her. They transformed into friendly animals, dancing and playing into the sky. There was a giggling elephant, a hopping bunny, and a soaring bird. The room became a dreamland, where Juniper could imagine anything she wanted. She dreamed of flying on the back of a rainbow, visiting faraway lands, and meeting all sorts of animals. It was a world where imagination had no limits. With every dream, Juniper's smile grew wider, and her mind filled with joy. She felt happy and content, ready for a night of magical adventures. The moon watched over her, keeping her safe until the morning sun would rise. Good night, Juniper. Sleep tight and dream big.
Mateo's Cosmic Dream. There was once a little boy with big dreams and an even bigger imagination. Every night, as the stars twinkled outside his window, Mateo would settle down to sleep, ready for his dreams to take him on an exciting journey. One night, as Mateo closed his eyes, he found himself floating through space. The stars were his companions, and the moon was his guiding light. He soared past planets and colorful nebulas, feeling the gentle breeze of stardust on his cheeks. As he drifted deeper into the universe, Mateo discovered a magical planet where everything was made of candy. The trees were lollipops, and the rivers flowed with melted chocolate. He giggled with delight as he hopped from one candy cloud to another. But then Mateo noticed something strange. The candy creatures that lived on the planet were sad and couldn't sleep. They needed a special kind of sweet lullaby to help them doze off. Mateo, being a kind boy, offered to help. He began singing a melody so sweet it made the sugar crystals shimmer. The candy creatures listened, and one by one they closed their eyes and fell into a peaceful slumber. With his mission accomplished, Mateo said goodbye to the candy planet and continued his journey through the universe. He danced with the shooting stars, played hide and seek with comets, and even made friends with a friendly alien named Ula. As the night grew darker, Mateo started to feel sleepy too. The universe had shown him incredible wonders, but nothing compared to the warmth and comfort of his own room. In his dreams, he knew that tomorrow would bring more adventures, both in the universe and in his imagination. With a smile on his face, he yawned, curled up on a moonbeam, and slowly drifted back to his cozy bed on Earth. Mateo hugged his favorite stuffed animal tightly and fell into a deep and peaceful sleep. Good night, Mateo. Good night, all.
Olive's musical dreams. Once upon a time, there lived a sweet and playful girl named Olive, filled with a special love for music. From the twinkling sound of raindrops to the chirping of birds, she found melodies all around. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Olive's mom tucked her into bed, ready to embark on a magical dreamland adventure. With her favorite teddy bear nestled beside her, Olive closed her eyes and listened to the soothing lullaby of the wind. As she drifted into a world of dreams, Olive found herself in a musical wonderland. Everywhere she looked, there were instruments of all shapes and sizes. Guitars, pianos, and even a whimsical xylophone made of rainbow-colored keys. Olive stepped lightly across a floor that shimmered like stars, each step creating a harmonious note. She plucked a harp string and watched as its sound turned into a shower of sparkling stardust. Laughter bubbled up from her lips as she danced along to the playful rhythm. In the distance, a group of velvety clouds formed a choir. They sang harmoniously, filling the air with their gentle voices. Olive joined in, singing a melody that danced with the wind. As the night wore on, the music slowed and the stars twinkled brighter. Olive knew it was time to settle down for a peaceful sleep. She found a cozy cloud bed nestled among the moon's gentle embrace. With a contented smile, Olive whispered her thanks to the music that had filled her heart. She closed her eyes, feeling the warmth of the melodies still swirling around her. Surrounded by the comforting lullaby of dreams, Olive drifted off to sleep, knowing that the music would always be there, ready to whisk her away on another magical adventure. Good night, Olive. Sleep tight, dear Olive. and let the music guide you into a world of sweet dreams.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.